from Amsterdam, museum Heineken. Ticket museum специально для www.srokunet.ru. Welcome to the Roland. I like Amsterdam. I like beer. I like Heineken. Drink. Welcome.
Behind this beer is a wonderful story, and it all starts with Gerard Adrian Heineken. At 22 years old, Adrian buys this, the Hooiberg brewery. Now, young Adrian is an ambitious entrepreneur, but not too familiar with brewing beer. Could be a problem, but it wasn't. Entrepreneurship was in Adrian's blood. The Hooiberg Brewery's board of directors suggested that Adrian should get a limited number of shares for a start, but he wanted it all and wrote it's all or nothing. Needless to say, it was all. And so, on February 15, 1864, Heineken and Company was born in Amsterdam. With the decision to use the bottom fermentation process and the discovery of Heineken's special A strain of yeast, the consistency and quality of the beer increases along with demand. So Heineken built more breweries and decided to start exporting to other countries. And it was immediately a success. Heineken received widespread distinction and won various prizes, including the famous Grand Prix at the 1889 World Exhibition in Paris. All this thanks to the passion and unparalleled entrepreneurial drive of Gerard Adrian Heineken. You probably already know that Heineken is all about premium quality. Henry Pierre Heineken, the son of Gerard Adrian, placed the same emphasis on premium quality as his father.
Tommy.
visiting the Heineken experience today, and we hope that you enjoy drinking Heineken as much as we enjoy brewing it for you.
Just curious to know where you're all from. Where are you from? Italy. Hungary? Norway? Italy? Italy? Scotland? Italy? Estonia? Switzerland? Very nice. At the back, you sir with the camera?
Russian.
From Russia. Okay, very nice. Well, welcome everyone. We have a very multicultural audience, which is fantastic. I have to ask you, I can do it in Dutch or in English, what do you prefer? Okay, no, sorry, I'm going to do it in English. So these are the 4 ingredients. It's water, barley, hops, and yeast. Let's start with a little question. How much percent is made out of water? Heineken beer. What do you think? 20%? 50?
99.
29? 30? Sir? 60? Yeah, we're getting there. Don't know. 70? A little bit more up.
96.
96.8 maybe? No, it's 92, 93%, so well done. It's the largest component of your beer. It's made out of water. Heineken realized this and thought, okay, now we have to make sure that the water that we use is as good as possible. Well, how are we going to achieve this? Well, they built purification plants at all the brewery that Heineken owns. And they're now purifying the water through the reverse osmosis process, which is a different word of saying filtering out all the bad elements of the water to get the purest and softest water as possible to produce beer. So that is the water, which is ingredient number 1. And then we get to the barley. This is the barley, which you maybe recognize from your cereals this morning. But if you don't recognize it like this, you probably recognize it on the picture like that. We use the barley that comes from France. France has a really good climate and good conditions to grow high quality barley. But before we can use the barley, we need to malt the barley. And this malting means that we soak the barley till it starts to sprout. And when it starts to sprout, a hot wind is blown over the barley. And this is changing the color of the husk of the barley. It's becoming a little bit darker. And then the color of the beer is also changing. So we roast the barley. Here at Heineken we only slightly roast the barley, and this means that we get to a beautiful golden colored beer eventually. Never see yellow, you will insult my Heineken heart a little bit. It's golden. And during this malting process, starch is also created on the inside of the barley seeds, and this is then turned into sugars during the first brewing phase. And then you get to a substance which we call the wort, and the wort you will taste the complements in the brewing room. And then we get to the hops. If you stand here in the front, please smell the hops because it's a really funny smell. It's responsible for the aroma and the flavor of the beer. It's giving the bitterness to the beer, and it's mainly concentrated in the foam mat on top of your beer. Is there anyone here who doesn't really like beer?
Sure.
Yeah? You don't really like beer?
I don't really like beer.
And why is that?
I don't know.
Is it the bitterness? Is it the taste?
The whole flavor.
The cold flavor?
No, the whole.
The whole flavor of the beer. Well, yeah, most people that don't really like the beer say it's the taste and mainly the bitterness that I don't like. Or if you don't like something, you're probably going to take a little sip of it or a little bite off and you say, I don't like it. If you do this with the beer, you're only drinking the most bitter part of the beer, which is the foam hat on top of the beer. I recommend you to take big sips next time, because then you get underneath the foam head where all the sweetness of the barley is concentrated, so it tastes better. So take bigger sips, you probably like it at the end. Yeah, that's my tip for you. Funny fact is that the hops plants that we use, we only use female hops plants, and that's not because they look fantastic or anything, but it's because they contain lupulin, and lupulin is a natural preservative. So you can keep your beers basically longer on the shelf. So no artificial additives are inside your beer. It's only natural products. And then we get to the yeast, which we call the A yeast, which is kind of the magic of Heineken. We're the only company in the world that has the A yeast. What is the A yeast? Heineken had lots of difficulties more than 100 years ago when he started Heineken with the quality. He was brewing beer and the quality was fantastic. He was celebrating it with his friends and he was very happy. But then the next time he did exactly the same and the quality was rubbish. And he didn't understand this process, what was happening. So he hired a guy called Dr. Elion, who was a student of Dr. Pasteur. And you might recognize this name from the pasteurization process, which he found out. And Dr. Elion found the A yeast stream, which is a microorganism which is now making sure that the quality of Heineken always is at a premium level when we produce our beer. Well, this microorganism is now with us for more than 100 years and it's being kept alive in Zoeterwoude at our main brewery. It's locked away there. And it's being distributed to all the breweries that we have to get the same quality in Sweden, Venezuela, Italy, as in the Netherlands. This is included during the last brewing phase, and then all the sugars are turned into carbon dioxide and alcohol. And then we get, after 28 days of fermentation, we get to the premium Heineken beer. So these are the 4 ingredients. If you have any questions, please ask me. Otherwise, you can taste the wort in the next room and enjoy the rest of your tour. Yeah? Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Niet zo lekker water als jij. Precies.
Bellissimo. Bravissimo.
Okay.
Awesome. Hi guys, good morning, how are you? You all excited? How's your weekend so far? Pretty good. We're going to wait for a little bit more people to come in and then we're going to start talking to you about the 4 ingredients.
Дринк,
Куча
дринк,
пива.
дринк. Да. Биг пив. I like.
Качай пиво, Ром.
Chi è che viene a fare le foto qua davanti?
Бочонок 160 литров.
Oh, I like. Вау, Амстердам. Огурчика не хватает. Давай, давай.
Хай.
Давай. Тук-тук-тук-тук. Ладно.
А это ром, вот смотри, тоже.
No. No. Yes. No. Drink. No. Ball. Yes, drink. I like. It's my life. It's my life.
Сыпани ром это.
Цепануло, да. Белиссимо, брависсимо. Самогонный мой аппарат. Все, я теперь работаю на нидерландскую разведку и пивоваренную за бутылку пива.
Хорошая штука.
Ну, на рюмашку я свою отработал. Надо идти дальше, трезвые глаза делать по России.
А вон следующая.
А ты иди от холодильника, потом пиво пропадает.
Куда теперь? Ром.
Сейчас там теперь я понял, почему такой лайн. Хардкор. Забодяжил. I like beer.
Давай, Ром, помешал, дай другую.
I'd like to take a picture of it, René. René, I like. Hello, René.
Пойдем?
Hello.
Welcome, this is the brewery ride. Over here we're going to transform you into a Heineken beer. You can queue up here, we're starting about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, welcome. This is the brewery ride.
Я не помню, тут уже выход, что ли?
Вряд ли. Ну, пройду. Другого выхода нет. Вот это один.
Где подарки?
Вот тут все подарки. А, внизу.
I like beer.